I'm Tony Lombardi with a Russell Street recap brought to you by Casamilla's of White Marsh. Like many of you immediately following the game, I sat stunned while basking in the glow of the Ravens' 47-42 win over the Cleveland Browns on Monday Night Football. Like Angels in the Outfield, Miracle, or Sandlot, this game played out like a Hollywood script, perhaps even a Superman sequel. In the second half, the Ravens bled defensively. They opted to go with four corners to start the game, despite Jimmy Smith's touch-and-go groin injury. Smith eventually injured his shoulder, and then later Devontae Harris left the game with what appeared to be a leg injury. And then there were the two corners, one of which, Marcus Peters, left the field with a calf injury, only to return to the game on his own without clearance from the team's medical staff. The razor-thin secondary forced Wink Martindale to use Anthony Levine Sr. at the unfamiliar position of corner. Meanwhile, the Browns adeptly targeted the Ravens' replacements like lions in the Serengeti that zero in on wounded prey. Baker Mayfield shredded the Ravens' defense, and it seemed as if death would arrive by way of 1,000 paper cuts. But the coming-of-age flick was far from over. Midway through the third quarter, we learned that Lamar Jackson was being attended to by the Ravens' medical staff for cramps. ESPN showed Lamar running through the bowels of First Energy Stadium. The Browns closed with 34-28, and John Harbaugh had little choice but to turn the reins of the offense over to backup Trace McSorley. Things began to unravel for the Ravens quickly. By the 6:33 mark of the fourth, the Browns had come all the way back from a 28-14 deficit to take the lead 35-34. Things looked dire. And that's the way Hollywood scripts go, right? Just when you think that it's over, that the protagonist isn't going to come out as the victor, a sudden twist of fate dramatically changes things, and the tale's hero reemerges. As if he went into a phone booth like Clark Kent, Lamar burst back onto the scene in the nick of time to defeat the Browns and perhaps save a season that has been laced with more drama than the garbage on MTV. As Harbaugh would later explain, reality is stranger than fiction, and in the end, the game became an instant classic. The win doesn't place the Ravens' postseason destiny in their own hands mathematically, but practically it does, assuming that they can take care of business against the Jaguars, Giants, and Bengals, who sport a combined record of 8-30-1. The Ravens are currently listed as 13-point favorites over Jacksonville. Get the dub. I'm Tony Lombardi. Casamilla's of White Marsh, a Baltimore County treasure for over 34 years, featuring Maryland's most tantalizing crab cakes. Don't live in the area? Casamilla's will ship this Maryland delicacy to you. Plus, on any given Sunday, you and your friends can choose from their expansive selection of beer, wines, and spirits. That's right, I did say Sunday to put some juice in your football parties. For pickup, delivery, or eat-in, make it Casamilla's of White Marsh.